I can't with Quinn. I can't with Quinn. Thank you for the subscriptions, guys. Well, as per usual, I'm kind of like clocking in as things seem to be winding down a little bit. But what we can do is give a quick recap. There's still some stuff to pay attention to. But things have been kicking off. Tucker confronted Angela about targeting him. Things blew up. Igor's talking to Chemo. I know, I was so annoyed when they called T-Core to exchange the mic. And now Tucker's involved in this conversation, which means we're not going to get anything valuable out of it. You barely said that, T-Core. You barely said it. My monitor's freaking out right now. I don't know if you guys see that. Tucker's still pushing Leah now. Okay, jeez. I will give a quick recap as people funnel in. Charlie, I'm thinking of the 35th. I appreciate the subscriptions, by the way. Planning thing for the 9th. This is not going to end. She's never going to decide. The veto ceremony will come and go, and there will still be nobody on the block. Okay, thank you for the 18th.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sweet.
Jesus. Oh, Quinn's talking to Rubina. Can Rubina back up the Leah info? Okay, back to the. Tucker's still pushing Leah.
I'm serious. I don't think that's good. No, I'm serious.
I don't know who even knows. Tucker saying, please do this. I mean, at this point, if I'm T-Core, this is what I do. Honestly. Tucker saying, I don't even care if I go home, just put Leah on the block. You just take this, you tell Leah, I'm sorry. Tucker was telling me all kinds of stuff. If Tucker does go, oh well. If Leah goes, oh well. Nobody can work with Angela. You get rid of this really worrying factor with Leah. If she goes, I think that's the call at this point. With Tucker pushing so hard, I don't think she wants to. It's the vibe I'm getting. That is the other point. Angela really made it so easy to put her on the block. But she will still be mad. That's the thing. Angela's so bad at this. She keeps telling people it's okay to put her on the block, but then she gets actually mad about it in the same way that Tucker almost did. So it's not actually an out. It just feels like one. It would be really funny if Leah trying to put the target on Quinn ends up getting her on the block. Talk to Quinn again. Yeah. Just keep talking to Quinn. T-Core, you can't just say, Leah maybe one time a little bit mentioned your name and expect Quinn to just turn his entire game around. You have so much dirt and you dropped a crumb. She doesn't want Angela to go home. So that means she's leaning Leah? I can't. I get drawn in every time. She's not actually making a decision. She's not going to trick me. Ugh! What should I do? Get more information. Now they're discussing targeting Leah. Okay. Well, I need like a Leah Angela meter. Because it would literally be pinging back and forth. It sounds like they're leaning Leah and they want to target Leah. At least Chemo does. Basically, what Tikor was saying was, if I'm just going to put up a pawn, I should put up Angela, but I don't want Angela to go home. So if I put up Leah as a pawn, I might as well just put up Angela. But I don't want Angela to go home, so I might want to put up Leah, but if I put up Leah, she should be the target. And Chemo is like, well, that's not a bad thing. Because she keeps calling out Quinn and Joseph, and yet they're still protecting her. So that's obviously a problem. Okay, let's do a quick recap of what happened here. So, Jay, I think with the 49th. I'm assuming you caught the update this morning. I talked about how Angela has turned on Tucker. Tucker found out about it via Quinn. Tucker said he wanted to call Angela out this morning. He did so. She admitted it. She said, how am I supposed to feel special when you're with Rubina? You have all these final twos. She ratted out MJ, said that MJ got the idea in her head. Then she started crying in the backyard. She really did say that, yeah. And Tucker went in to question MJ, who said, whoa, I did not do anything. Bodies, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. That was all Angela. I had nothing to do with that. Then Tucker talked to Leah, and Leah was like, hey, by the way, Tucker, Quinn was all about it. Quinn really wanted to turn on you. And so then Tucker was like, Rubina, I knew it. Quinn's a faker. Quinn's trying to trick me. She's like, why would he tell you if he was actually about it. Army boy, welcome to the Robot Army. He's like, to cover his tracks. She's like, I don't think so. He's like, you might be right. Leah is probably the liar. She's like, yeah, I think so. And so now Tucker's trying to get Leah on the block again. Angela went up and talked to T-Core, PSV. Thank you for the 21. And Angela cried to T-Core saying, like, this guy, he's got so many final twos. Chase Brady, thank you for the 52nd. He's got so many final twos. He's only gonna be loyal to Rubina, like I'd be loyal to my husband. Wolf, welcome to the Robot Army. If any of us want to win the game, he's got to go. But if you need to put me up, it's true. Or it's okay. It's okay if you need to put me up. I get it. If that's what Tucker's telling you to do, then you got to do what you got to do. And I just don't know how to be here anymore. T-Core comes downstairs, tells Tucker, oh, I had a great conversation with Angela. It's welcome to the Robot Army. And Tucker's now saying, again, we got to put Leah on the block. I don't even care if it makes it more dangerous for me to be on the block. Leah has got to go up. Ethan, thank you for the 7th. C with 33, thank you. And so T-Core talked to Quinn and was like, do you really trust Leah? And he was like, yes. He's like, okay. He's like, you're looking at me like I shouldn't trust Leah. Is there something you're not telling me? Like, well, during our conversation yesterday, she did talk about like the guys minus chemo. She did mention like Joseph and Cam and Tucker and also you know. So, do you still trust her? He's like, yeah, I think so. I mean, that sounds fine. I certainly trust her more than Angela right now. I think. Is there anything? I don't think there's any reason to be like that upset about this. He's like, well, if you trust her, if you really want her off the block, he's like, yes. He's like, then I'll keep her off the block if that's what you want. He's like, okay, that's what I want. And I promise I'm not going to vote out Tucker. And now she's going back and forth with chemo about what to do. They're hugging, Tucker and Angela. He said he's not going to take it personal. Now, it's worth mentioning, T-Core misrepresented her conversation with Angela pretty significantly. T-Core made it seem like Angela went up there, admitted everything, said she was in the wrong, so on and so forth. What Angela was actually doing was being like, screw Tucker, he's got to go. Rubina now asking for a recap from Angela. Sarah, thank you for the 20th. T-Core is saying she wants to keep Angela. And I think a large part of that is that she's anti-Tucker now. But she also gave permission to go up on the block. Rage! Thank you for the 6th. Susie, thank you for the 2nd. You would do the same thing in my position, she tells Rubina. Kelly, thank you for the 18th. I do think there will probably be conversations about voting Tucker out. Well, you know what? The problem is that Quinn is so proactive about like, hey, just so you know, I'm not going to vote Tucker out, that it's going to be hard to like find an opening. And I think T-Core will need an opening. If Leah is on the block, he is more likely to, for sure. Odd, thank you for the 25th. It's for sure good for Quinn if Tucker's evicted. It completely opens the game back up. It would also be good if Leah was evicted for Quinn. I don't think Quinn would get Rubina. I think she'd still be more loyal to T-Core and Chemo, but he'd actually be locked in with those three in a more significant way, with them being like, you could totally paint them as bigger targets, but his social game struggles in comparison to like T-Core, so you know, who knows if it works. Especially with Leah still in the game. Especially because he will probably go to Leah and spill a bunch of stuff that he shouldn't, which she'll then use against him, and then his game will be over. Quinn told Tucker that Angelo's campaigning against him. Angela just wants to be part of something. She doesn't care if she's not on the top. Rubina's like, so what are you doing then? This is the thing. She wants to just be a part of something, but then when she's a part of it, she wants to be at the top of it. But then when she gets kicked out again, she's like, I don't care if I'm on the bottom. I just want to be a part of it. She's a taker. You give her an inch, she'll want another inch. And then another. He's just caught. Wild Morning still have nothing on the Renom. You're right. I think Joseph is getting out of solitary soon. Oh, no, we're back. This is so awkward. T-Core and Chemo said they needed to talk to Leah and then Quinn. And as far as I know, they haven't even talked to Leah yet. Renoms are going to be soon. She just agreed with me that I'm at the bottom. She just admitted it. Oh, Tucker and Rubina. Tucker is struggling because he got caught with his final two with Angela. Made the same mistake Quinn made in week 1, but made it 5 weeks later. And is now having to be like, I don't actually have a final two with Angela. We talked about it. Like, he literally just got caught with his side piece. I'm assuming she thinks that we're in a relationship, but like, don't let her get in your head. Is Angela gonna rat out 6th Avenue before the ceremony? Because she genuinely might not go up. And I'm very curious to see what happens if she doesn't. I think if she does, she's outing everything. Chemo's pissed at me. Rubina saying she's convinced that Angela's the deep fake because Angela's so jealous of their relationship. The reality is that Tucker is the deep fake and he caused the jealousy. Ellie, thank you for the 11th. I need a camera on T-Core. I need to know. I want to know about the renom. I know she's not making a final decision, but I'm addicted. This is such classic, like, I got caught doing something wrong, so I'm going to, like, give you some of the affection I've been holding back in compensation. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Are we ending there, Angela? She's for sure prepping. Guys, what if she makes a speech at the veto ceremony? And then Tikor says, Leah, you're the replacement nominee. Not since Kevin Martin and Ika Wong. Radical, welcome to the Robot Army. JC convinced Sam in the moment to not put him up. That actually worked. I bet you could do that with T-Core. If you gave her a sad enough... Leah is still outside. They haven't talked to her. Tucker loves to read body language, so read it. Lena, thank you for the 7th. Leah, stop. I don't remember Angela going off on you, wanting to vote you out. Oh, are we petsing? This is the ceremony? No, this is Joseph coming out. I think this is Joseph coming out. I think he went in at 11. But I mean, it could be both. They could they could have him come out to the ceremony. Oof. It could really go either way. I think so T-Core told Quinn she would not put Leah up. I think she wants to talk to Quinn again to get him to be okay with Leah going up. If she doesn't have a chance to, she may be more hesitant. But honestly, who knows? She seemed like she was leaning more toward Leah the last time we saw them talking about it. But prior to that, they were leaning more toward Angela. And they have been so back and forth. Yeah, let's run a prediction. Who is the renom? Is it Angela or Leah or someone else? I will try to remember to update this. All right, one more recap. Tucker confronted Angela this morning about trying to campaign to get him out of the house. She admitted it, saying, "How am I supposed to feel special when he's in a showmance? She would never turn on her husband, so why would she expect him to turn on Rubina?" He said, "I will. I told you I would." Joy, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. And so now he's trying to do damage control to Rubina. Hey, Angela might tell you some things. Because he was like, it's just an in-the-house thing. It's not even real. She might tell you some things about what I said. She rats out MJ. Says MJ talked to her, got the idea in her head. Tucker questions MJ about it. She's like, hey, you like reading body language? Read it. I had nothing to do with it. Leah blames Quinn, says Quinn was all about it. Tucker suspects Quinn has been lying to him. Rubina, Tikor, and Chemo all are like, he was the one that told you, dude. Leah also tried to pretend that the reason she hadn't said anything about it was because she had forgotten that it happened. Which nobody believes. So Tucker is now pushing for Leah to be the replacement. Again. Angela, in the meantime, went up to Tikor and said, hey, what do you want from me? If anyone wants to win this game, Tucker needs to go. He's always going to be loyal to Rubina. He's going to win this whole game. But if you need to put me up because that's what he told you to do, you can do it. Tikor told Tucker that her conversation with Angela went very well, and she admitted to everything. Angela talked to Rubina and said, I just want to be a part of something. I don't even care if I'm on the bottom. And Rubina said, you were a part of something, though. And then after Rubina left, Angela was like, I knew it. She admitted I'm on the bottom. Tikor talked to Quinn. And I said, do you really trust Leah? He said, yeah. It's like, is there a reason I shouldn't? And she told him that she talked about a guy's alliance. He was like, I don't think that matters that much. I mean, it's kind of annoying. Lori, thank you for the 15th. But he would still choose Leah over Angela. She's like, you really don't want Angela? You really don't want Leah on the block? He said, no. I said, okay, I won't put Leah on the block if you don't want me to. But then in talking to Chemo, they went back and forth again. She doesn't want to put Angela on the block because she doesn't want Angela to go home. After talking to Angela, she really feels like she wants Angela to stay. He told me, thank you for the 48th. But it'd be very easy to put Angela on the block. It's the path of least resistance. It's a more subtle move. It's a riskier move to put Leah on the block. But if she puts Leah on the block, she kind of want Leah to go home because why would you put Leah on the block just as a pawn when you could just easily do Angela as a pawn? And then Chemo was saying, well, maybe Angela is a good target because of this whole Quinn and Joseph thing. And then they said, okay, well, let's both talk to Leah and then talk to Quinn. Except they never did. And now the feeds are down for what might be the veto ceremony. And that's where we are. 46% think Angela's going on the block. 54%, oh, no, 57% now think Leah's going to go up on the block. Who knows at this point? Oh, did they get a chance to talk to Quinn? They definitely didn't talk to Leah. Leah was outside the whole time. But they might have time while they're releasing Joseph. So who knows at this point? No, I don't think Tucker would turn on Rubina. I mean, I think he already has done a lot of things to hurt Rubina's game. but I don't think he does them super intentionally. I do think there's a chance he would pick Joseph over Rubina, but not Angela. I disagree. I think Tucker leaving is great for Tikor and Chemo. Tucker leaving is good for like literally everyone's game. They are all just asking to lose the game if they keep Tucker in. He is far too likely to just win out. The only person it's maybe even a little bit good for is Rubina or Joseph, because they're the two people he will keep the safest for the longest. And they will maybe someday have some chance of taking him out and winning the game at the end, but it's just so unlikely. And neither of them plan to really do it either, so. All right, well, that was a brief little round of chaos. Feeds are down. I think, again, for Joseph being released and potentially also the veto ceremony. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to be recording in about an hour, so I may not be here when the feeds come back. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here in the rest of the day. What happens with the replacement nominee, and if Angela decides to do any more things. So thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the short little stream here. Thank you to all the subscribers. Very much appreciate it. New and returning. And I will see all of you later.